guys, thank you so much for joining me for another video. And you guys, if you've seen any of my other videos, most of my videos I'm making fire, and the tool that I like to use to make fire the most is a FireSteel. There's all different names for them, ferrule rods. It's an alloy of metals that all go together, and you can strike hunks of it off and they burn it around, I think it's 3,000 degrees. I think it's 3,000 degrees. Very, very hot, and you can use them to light basically thousands of different kinds of materials. Anything that's fluffy, and I mean, there's tons of stuff. The one that I've been carrying for years, I always carry here. I carry it with my knife. I have a little piece of parachute cord that comes, and I put it in my pocket, and then it has just a quick release, and then it goes back to a little lanyard that I have like right here. And I actually got this very, very similar to this from Ray Mears. He has something very, very similar, and I like this method. Some people have them on their knife. I've always been kind of worried about losing that because I'm kind of rough on my gear. But I like this. The only thing is, I used it a lot. This one's probably about 10 years old, and it has made, I don't know, probably a couple thousand fires, maybe less than that. But I mean, I've used it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, to the point where it's just kind of slowly broken itself down, and it's getting to the point now that it's very, very hard to use. So this one is FireSteel, is the brand, right here, and this, come up to my face. I'm in no way endorsing any of these products. Okay, back to the video. This one's made by FireSteel, and it works really well. I've not had any issues with it. It's been very reliable, as you can see. I mean, I continue to, I still try to use it. It just doesn't work very well anymore. So a lot of times, if you've seen any of my videos in the last year, I've been using this a lot. This one, I believe, is made by Strikeforce, and it works really good. I mean, you can tell this one's been used a lot. I like it because you can really get big hunks of, magnesium off. This does tend to come out, which is a problem. I could glue it back in, I just never have. The only thing I don't like about this is it's big. It's big in my pocket, and I don't want to carry all this in my pocket. And then I was like, well, maybe I could just carry just this. And I was like, well, I know, but this works well together. I don't really want to take this, I like this setup, and I keep it in my pack as a backup. But it also has a little deal in here that's I think they call it a wet fire. Little tinder bag. Yeah, wet fire right there. And it's kind of cool because you can always stick some little tinder down in there, and it's fairly, not completely waterproof little section, but that's kind of cool. Never have used it. I guess I'm saving it for an emergency. Never had an emergency that was that dire. But so this is one that I would recommend. I'm not endorsing it, but this is a good product. But it's not right for in my pocket all the time. Not something I always keep on me. So here's some other ones that I've had. I've got another FireSteel. Same one. I actually bought two of them. This one's just as same age. I found them really cheap. They're usually, back then I think they were about $20, and I think I found them on eBay or Amazon for like $2, and they only had two, and I bought them both. And they came with this little striker here, and if you're lighting really fluffy stuff, it works well. The stuff that I light, it was just one more. I don't even know where the other one is. As you can tell, I don't use it. So I'm thinking about possibly just going with one of these. This works well. I've never had any issues with it. The only thing I will say about these, if you live in the tropics, salt water eats this stuff up. I don't know what it does, but salt just eats it up. Salt water. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I need to do some more research. So that's one option. The other one is it's just a ferrule rod. It's just a hunk, and it's made by Bayite, I think. I'm pronouncing that right. And this one works really well too, and it's huge. I mean, this thing's, I don't have small hands. Like, you can compare it next to my knife. It's brand new, so it's not gonna, there we go. Once you actually get it going, and you can still shave with it the same way you would with the other ones. Well, maybe. Starting to wonder if this one doesn't work as good. Now that's curious. I have not really used it all that much, but it does not make super good sparks. Something else to research, but This one's bayite, so I could just put my little piece of parachute cord like I have on this one, just through this. And yeah, this is a little big. I would probably cut it down so it's a little bit easier to carry in my pocket. But this would be another option. Just a hunk of this, because you don't really need the handle. And then something else that I found on Amazon that I thought was pretty cool. It's made by Fire Rod, and I figured, hey, I could, check one of those out, put them in my wish list for Christmas, and somebody got it for me. And the box is not really something that you need, except for it does give you a couple more of these little, one of these little O-rings, which I thought was cute. But it gives you a little thing of directions, which I thought was nice too, and a little lanyard. So in other words, a good chunk of their money went into their packaging. It has magnets in the package. It's cool, but I like the steel though. I really do. I like the size of it. I like this. I mean, everything about it. And one of the other things I thought was really cool was this unscrews. And it is actually, this is all hollow in here. So this is actually an airtight little container that you could put some fat wood down in there, just some shavings and some fat wood, a little bit of the shavings from pin cherry, a lot of different, a little piece of cotton ball soaked in Vaseline, so you could use that in an emergency, and it's waterproof because it actually does have that little O-ring. So I thought that was really cool. The other thing is, that I thought was kind of cool, and this is probably what they're marketing to you, is this part actually unscrews. So you could actually replace the rod. I have not looked on their website yet. Before I put the video up, I'll take a look at it and put a little comment down here and says whether or not you can just buy a replacement. But I'm betting you can buy more of just these. And they're probably less than the whole system, because I think the whole system is right around... I don't know for sure. Same thing. I'll put it down in the comments of where I got it on Amazon and how much it costs. But I thought that was kind of cool. And it seems to throw pretty good sparks. It's a U.S. company, not an endorsement, which I thought was kind of cool. For all you people that are not in the U.S., you could probably care less. But I thought that was cool. It has a nice place to anchor it. So this is the other one that I'm really tempted to try. This is probably one of my favorites, especially when this one was, but I'm getting a little worried about why it's not getting me really good sparks. That concerns me. I need to have something that's reliable. So this is my other option. This is probably my favorite. Same thing as any of the other ones. You can just why in the heck are they doing that? All the other ones light. I'm just not doing it enough. Let's try again. That's got me concerned. This one's doing the same thing as the other ones. It shaves real good. The metal's really soft. But the way I traditionally use one of these, it's not working. I mean, usually... And I'm not doing anything different with this one. This one just... Test inconclusive.